Good morning, Renewal fam. Pastor Steve here. I am opening up the devotion for us this morning from Mark chapter 9, verse 22 and 23. And it reads this way from the English Standard Version. It says, "But if you can do anything, have compassion on us and help us." And Jesus said to him, "If you can, all things are possible for one who believes." Immediately the father of the child cried out and said, "I believe, help my unbelief." I believe, help my unbelief. The background of this story essentially is that Jesus has just come down from the Mount of Transfiguration, and this father has brought his child to his disciples in order for them to cast out this demon that he had. And for whatever reason, he couldn't do it. The disciples couldn't do it. And so Jesus comes up to this man. The father comes up to him and says to him, "Lord, can you do anything? If you can do anything, can you do this? Can you do this one thing for our family?" And Jesus says, "If you can, anything is possible to the one whom believes." And in response to this, the man cries out, "Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief." One of the things that people talk about oftentimes when they teach this passage or look at this passage is the idea of faith that is built up, or somebody who has faith in faith or belief in belief. And yet that's not what this passage is pointing to. As a matter of fact, what Jesus is getting to the bottom of with this guy is that he needs to be completely and utterly dependent on Jesus. That is in essence what faith is. To be completely and utterly dependent on another. And so this man says, if you can, as a matter of fact, the things that are impossible are actually readily made available to you by faith. One of the things that is impossible for you and me is to present ourselves before a holy and a perfect God and have acceptance. And yet one of the beautiful gifts of faith is the fact that God has given us the gift of grace in Jesus. And our response to Him to perform the impossible is just by clinging to Him as the means to make us right with God. That's the thing that was impossible that is now made possible to him who believes through the person and work of Jesus Christ. And so the thing that we have to realize from this particular passage is that the man says, "Lord, I believe, help my unbelief." And you might have the question, what exactly does that mean? And I think in essence, when you see the resolve of Jesus to heal his son, is this picture of complete and utter dependence. Lord, I believe, but I'm even in need of the faith to believe. And you're the one who provides the faith. So Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief. I am completely and utterly, desperately in need of you. Everything I have is dependent on you. Everything in my life is dependent on you. Everything that I am is clinging to Jesus and nothing else. And so, friend, this morning, today, that's my prayer for you, that everything about who you are would cling to Jesus like this boy's father who said, "Lord, I believe, help my unbelief," that you would have a heart of complete and utter dependence on Jesus, who by faith, that complete and utter dependence, is able to do impossible things, such as make you right with God on the basis of grace. God bless you. Trust Jesus today. Go in peace. You're loved.